So I really, really suck. I know. Last week was a disaster. I did film my video twice, and then the second time it just staged a coup. So I had to give up. I apologize. Maybe it will be added as an extra at some point, but just had to move on. So we're gonna move on and get started, okay? Okay. I really want to know what the deal with the rogue bludger is. I mean, Fred and George figured out that it was a rogue bludger. Everyone else seemed to have figured it out, except for Madam Hooch and any other adults that were at the game. They're just not at all bothered by the fact that there's this bludger targeting one particular person the entire game. I mean, that's not usual, so what's the deal, really? What's the deal? And I would just like to say major props to Ron for helping Harry, because I don't think I could help my friend fit his, like rubbery arm into his pajamas. That sounds like a terrible, terrible way to spend your Friday night. And I probably would have told him to do it himself. So we see Dobby again, and even though we aren't learning a whole lot more about Dobby himself, like, you know, who's his master, what's he doing, what's his master plan, is he really good, is he evil, what's going on, we have learned a couple things about house elves that we didn't know before. For example, we're starting to learn exactly how powerful house elves really are, which is something to be paid attention to, because I think underestimating house elves is a big mistake. Dobby's already started showing us just how powerful he is, blocking magical barriers, bewitching bludgers, and popping in and out of Hogwarts like it's nothing. Okay, and hi, the ghosts aren't even safe from this magical creature. I bet Sir Nicholas and the rest of the Hogwarts ghosts didn't think that they were at any risk. But this is something that J.K. Rowling does quite often. Just when you think you have it figured out and that you know who's safe and who's not, she likes to remind you that she's in charge. And really, this is the first of many examples where she very quickly and decisively makes a point. The point being, of course, at this point, that not even the dead are safe. We also learn that Malfoy's not the heir of Slytherin, which, kind of like Snape at the end of the last episode, is kind of a surprise when you get to this point. I mean, you're following Harry. Harry believes that Malfoy's the heir of Slytherin, so you kind of start to believe. Harry believes that Snape is, you know, the one with Voldemort on the back of his head, and it's Quirrell. But once again, we have kind of a half-thought-out plan. I mean, Hermione was in charge of this one, so it kind of was thought out better than probably if Harry and Ron had come up on it on their own. But really, what were they going to do if once they got down to the Slytherin common rooms? What were they going to do? Discover that Draco was the heir of Slytherin and march right to Professor Dumbledore's office and say what exactly? I mean, what were they supposed to say? Hi, Professor, we kinda, sorta, maybe might have brewed a potion that we're not really supposed to have, and then we kind of sort of knocked out two of our co-students, and but good news is we caught Draco and he's the heir of Slytherin. Not a good way to get the adults to believe you, Harry. Just, it wouldn't have worked. So I'm going to end this video with a shout out to Madame Pomfrey, because I think she's pretty underestimated and underappreciated in this series. I mean, you have to be a very trusting person to have the position of a nurse at a magical school, because you have to be able to know when to keep your mouth shut, because the kids thought that you were going to run off and tell the professor every time they show up with dragon bites or half transformed into a cat that you're not going to run off to Professor Dumbledore and you're just going to treat them. Otherwise, you're going to have children with dragon bites and, you know, half transformations running around trying to hide it and probably dying all over the place. Anyway, this is the end of my first HD video. Hopefully I have a lot more success with technology this go around. And Alex will see you tomorrow.